Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be talking all about interviews. Woot woot. Because this past week I decided to leave my job and now is the lovely time of the interview process. Interviews can be really stressful and it's very easy to get overwhelmed and feel like you're kind of out of control, especially when you don't have a job, you want a job, you need a job. It is easy to make it a very stressful situation, and my goal is going to be to help you guys find peace and calmness in interviews by having so much confidence that you know you're just gonna nail it. So I'm going to go over 10 tips and tricks that I use in my interview process that really makes me feel confident and nail every interview that I go to. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Tip and trick number 1 is to go ahead and always have eye contact. This may seem very simple, but it's actually a very hard thing to do if you're not used to it. When you're interviewing, you want to make sure you really keep that eye contact because it really shows that you are engaged in the conversation, you are engaged in the person that you're there with, and you're not distracted by things around you. Eye contact is definitely number 1. Tip and trick number 2 is to go ahead and bring a copy of your resume, cover letter, and a couple of references with you in a paper form. Make sure they're copies and not your originals. Even though everything is electronic nowadays, it really shows that you're professional and you're wanting this job when you bring this paper copy with you. And besides, when you bring a copy, remember, not your original, when you bring this copy, you can leave it with them. And that way, instead of having to go online to see your resume and to see your cover letter and all your amazing references, they have it right there in paper format, right in front of their eyes, and it is much harder to forget you, and it is much easier to remember you when they're looking for new candidates for their job. Tip number 3 is a pretty obvious one, and that is to smile. Obviously, employers want people that are happy, energetic, and go-getting. Unless you're working for like the CIA, then maybe don't smile. Every job I've applied for, definitely smiling is a big perk. Every single person out there has a wonderful, beautiful, unique smile that is so precious. Go ahead and show it off. It really shows that you are happy, energetic, and you are wanting this job and you are wanting to nail this interview, and that smile seals the deal. Tip and trick number 4 is to go ahead and ask questions, guys. Ask as many questions as you can. It really shows that you are invested in this company and it shows that you are wanting to know more. Ask about the owners, ask about how they came into business, ask questions that make it personal and relate it back to you as well in ways that you can very easily relate to and understand instead of something that you don't understand at all, because that's just gonna be a whole confusing mess. Also, there's a spider above me and I'm kind of perseverating on it. Number 6 is to use manners. It is so common nowadays to not really go by yes ma'am, yes sir, no ma'am, no sir, because it's just kind of out of our, I guess, generation. But I think it is so important when you're going to an interview to really be proper and to really be professional. It really just shows that you are ready and you want this job. So I always make sure that I say yes ma'am, yes sir, no ma'am, no sir. Tip and trick number 7 is going to be a pretty obvious one as well. I'm not saying these aren't obvious, but just a quick reminder, dress the part. Do not go to an interview showing up in sweats and a t-shirt, guys. Just don't do it. I was at an interview before and the person sitting directly next to me was literally, I'm not even joking, in pajamas. And she was there for the interview as well. My biggest thing is to dress the part. If you're wanting this job, if you're wanting to work in a professional environment, show that. I like to wear a dress and sometimes heels or a really nice top and a blazer to really seal the deal and show that I am ready, I am professional, and I just think it is so important to really dress the part when you're going to an interview. Number 8 is going to be talk as though it is, I don't know if this is 7 or 8, so I'm gonna say both. Number 7. Oh my god, did I get my numbers messed up? I'm sorry if I got my numbers messed up. I'll fix it. I can't. Okay? I can't. Number 7/8 is talk as though it is already yours. So you want to speak of this job as though you already have it. For example, while you're interviewing, my thing is I always talk as though it's already mine. Respectfully, I'm not gonna go in and be like, I got this job, don't need y'all. No, none of that. I'm just saying speak as though it is already yours. So what I like to do is I like to sit there and ask questions like, okay, so I see that you guys have holiday pay. What days would I have off? Certain things like that that really show that you're already taking this job seriously and thinking as though it is already yours. Again, do not be cocky with this. Do not be arrogant. It is just a form of being able to speak in a confident manner, but not cocky. Please don't do that, okay? Please don't do that. Confident, not cocky. Confident, cocky. Cool. Number 8/9 is going to be to practice. There is no shame in practicing your interviewing skills. What I like to do every time before I go into an interview is sit in the car and ask myself some questions and then immediately answer them. It really helps me speak through my own thoughts, eliminate all ums, buts, and uhs, and just have a very clear, concise answer. It also gives me a little bit of a confidence boost knowing that these questions might be asked and knowing that I have a very confident answer. Number 9/10 is going to be to arrive early. So what I always like to do is arrive to my interviews 20 minutes early. Now here's why. You never know what is going to happen in the time that you leave for your interview and by the time you get to your interview. The reason I always like to plan for getting there 20 minutes early is because there are so many things that could happen in that drive if you leave on time. A train could come and then you're 5 minutes late. A car accident could happen, then you can be 20 minutes late. A torrential downpour could happen and you could be late. You know what I mean? Bad traffic and you can be late. There are so many factors that could happen in your drive that you could make you late, and I would so much rather be sitting in the parking lot for 5 minutes early than arriving 5 minutes late and really showing that I'm not punctual, because that's definitely not a good quality to have when you're going to an interview. Always act as though you're going to be getting there 20 minutes early. At least leave with that much time in hand, because it's just really going to benefit you, I promise. And while you're sitting there, if you arrive too early, practice your interview skills. And number 9/10 again is to manifesting. As you guys know, I post a lot about spirituality, and manifestation is a big one for me. I am going to sit there the night, the day, the week before my interview, the hour before my interview. I will sit there and I will manifest it. So what I like to do is I like to, again, act as though it's already mine and sit there and tell myself, I am so excited for this job. I know that I'm going to have an amazing opportunity here. I know that the perfect job is waiting for me. I know that the perfect work environment is waiting for me. I know that the perfect pay rate is waiting for me. I am so ready and my doors are open and I am ready to embrace this new job open-heartedly and fully. And it really is just so healing. It really gives you a different kind of confidence boost, and it really, really works. So I definitely recommend trying that out as well. That is all I have for my 10 tips and tricks on how to nail your interview. If you guys tried these out and nailed an interview, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear your guys' success stories. Again, I'm not saying that any of these are creative to me or that I invented any of these, but these are tips and tricks that I have used this week in my interviews, and I wanted to go ahead and give a friendly reminder of tips and tricks that you can use in your interviews as well. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys would like to see next. Remember to keep those vibes up, and I love you guys so much. Bye!